Okay, next step response of second order system. So exact and the step response of second order system இங்க என்ன பார்க்குறோமோ அதே தான் நம்ம கண்ட்ரோல் சிஸ்டத்துலையும் பார்ப்போம். ஓகே, செகண்ட் ஆர்டர் சிஸ்டம் ஸ்டெப் ரெஸ்பான்ஸ் கொஞ்சம் இன்னும் கொஞ்சம் டீட்டெயிலாக வரும். பட் இங்கேயும் கொஞ்சம் பேசிக்ஸ் வந்து பார்ப்போம். ஸ்டெப் ரெஸ்பான்ஸ் ஆஃப் செகண்ட் ஆர்டர் சிஸ்டம். செகண்ட் ஆர்டர் சிஸ்டம் மீன்ஸ் வித் RLC. Okay, so for that we will apply the step input. That means some DC voltage from t is equal to 0 at some time. Okay, so switch is closed at t is equal to 0. Resistance, inductance and capacitance, some source voltage, that is DC voltage. Okay, so R, L and C. Again the voltage across the resistor is VR, the voltage across the inductor is VL, the voltage across the capacitor is VC. Okay, so again here we will analyze what is the voltage across the capacitor with respect to source voltage. What is the voltage across the capacitor with respect to source voltage? So you can apply the voltage division rule. Okay, VCT, voltage across the capacitor, VCT is Vs, voltage division rule. That means impedance of the capacitor in Laplace domain, that is 1 by SC plus total impedance of the circuit in Laplace domain, that is R plus SL plus 1 by SC. Okay, then Vs 1 by SC, this is SCR plus S square LC plus 1 again by SC. Okay, so both SC will cancel. The remaining term VC of t is equal to Vs 1 by S square LC plus SCR plus 1. Okay, so again from this you can also take this LC outside. Okay, so again you can modify the equation. Okay, so in general we'll start with only S square. Okay, you can also take this LC outside and you can bring okay separately. But now we'll see at steady state what is the voltage across the capacitor at steady state. Yeah, at steady state, the capacitor will act as a open circuit, inductor will act as a short circuit. That means the circuit will look like this. Okay, resistance will be there and inductor is short, capacitor will act as a open circuit. Okay, this is the state of the circuit at steady state. This is the source voltage. The switch is closed at t is equal to 0. Okay, so this is R, inductor is short, capacitor is open. So once the situation is like this, then what is the voltage across the capacitor at steady state at VC infinite? Definitely the same voltage will appear because once the capacitor is open, current is 0. So the same voltage, source voltage will appear across the capacitor. So at steady state, VC infinite is equal to Vs. VC infinite is equal to Vs. And in general, what is the alpha value is R by 2L. For series circuit, alpha value is R by 2L, and then omega naught value is 1 by square root of LC, 1 by square root of LC. Again, uh, again here also there will be three types of response. Okay, again when alpha is greater than omega naught, that is over damped. When alpha is equal to omega naught, critical damping. When alpha is less than omega naught, then that is under damped. Okay, but at steady state, the value of the voltage across the capacitor is Vs. Okay, whereas in source free circuit at steady state, the voltage or current may be 0, but here it is not 0 at steady state because we are having the source. Okay, the source will be there always. Okay, so that's why instead of 0 at steady state, we'll get some value. That value is Vs. So in all our responses, okay, for a source free circuit, we'll have some response. Along with that, we'll have some other response. Okay, that steady state response, because this steady state response will be zero for source free circuit. Okay, for source free circuit, steady state response is zero. But for a circuit with the source, the steady state response will not be zero. It will be having some value. Okay, so we will add that value. Okay, so finally the response is like this: Vt is equal to Vs. Okay, Vs plus a e power s1t plus a2 e power s2t. Okay, so this is like overdamped system, overdamped system when alpha is greater than omega naught. Okay, say for example, for a source free circuit, the Vs is zero, but this is the circuit with the source. So at definitely the Vs will be there. Okay, Vs will be there. Along with that, okay, that transient terms, this is called as a transient terms. Okay, this will be present for only some time. After that, this will go away. Okay, so the second term is called a transient term. The first term is called a steady state term. Whereas in case of source free circuit, the steady state term is zero, but for circuit with the source, we will have some value. Okay, that is Vs. Okay, similarly for other cases, Vs. Okay, again here also Vs will be there, and e power minus alpha t a1 a1t plus a2, or a1 plus a2t, both are okay. So this is called critical damped system. Okay, the only variation is you are having some extra term, that is Vs. Okay, critical damp, alpha is equal to omega naught. Okay, so next uh, Vs e power minus alpha t. Okay, then this one is a1 cos omega dt plus a2 sin omega dt. Okay, this is under damp. This is under damped, and alpha is less than omega naught. Okay, complex conjugate e power minus alpha t. Again, you know what is alpha. Alpha is r by 2l. Omega naught is equal to 1 by square root of LC. Okay, so now what is the response in the graph? Okay, okay, so again this value, this Vs is present always. Again, we do not know what is the value of this term. Okay, this both these two term may be positive or negative, but we'll know only when you substitute the value, then only you know what is the exact value. But one thing is sure, when you put t is equal to infinite, okay, this green color term will go to zero when you put t is equal to infinite, because you will be getting e power minus, definitely, because all the roots are lying on the only left half of the S plane, left side of the S plane. So once if we put t is equal to zero, this green color terms will go to zero. Here also, once if you put once if you put t is equal to infinite, the green color terms will go to zero. Here also, if you put t is equal to infinite, this term will be zero. Here also, the green color term will be zero. The only Vs will be remaining. So at a steady state, definitely your value will be Vs. Your value will be Vs. But at the transient state, the value has to be determined exactly. It has to be calculated, because we do not know what is the value. It may be positive or negative. It all depends on what is the value of the coefficient. Okay, the coefficient may be positive or negative. Okay, both may be positive or negative. So once if you substitute the value, then only we'll come to know what is the exact value. Okay, so once the situation is like this, then finally your system will reach the steady state, that is Vs. Okay, that is Vs. Okay, so initially, okay, how it will vary. For critical damped system, it will increase like this. For over damped system, it will increase like this, and it will reach the steady state. There onwards, it will maintain the steady state value. Okay. For under damped system, it will reach the peak very quickly. Okay, but it will not settle down. It will oscillate like this. Okay, so this is under damped system. This is critical damped. This is over damped. Okay, so this is the response Okay, unit step response of the series RLC circuit. Okay, unit step response of series RLC circuit. Okay, so next we'll see the parallel RLC circuit. Again, the same diagram will get, but in terms of current format. Next, parallel RLC circuit. Okay, now the variable is the current across the inductor. Okay, so at steady state, what is the state of the circuit? Okay, at steady state, the inductor will act as a short circuit, capacitor will act as a open circuit. Inductor is completely short, the capacitor is open. Okay, the state of the circuit will be something like this. Again, you take some source current. This current is applied from t is equal to 0. That is like unit step current. This is IS. Again, this is R. This is short. This is open. That means what? The entire current will flow through the this branch. Okay, entire current will flow through the short circuit branch. So that means what? IL infinite. IL infinite is definitely IS. IL infinite is definitely IS because the inductor is short circuit. So entire source current will flow through the short circuit branch. Okay, the current through the inductor at steady state is IS. And in this case also, what is alpha? For parallel RLC circuit, the alpha is 1 by 2 into RC. Omega naught is equal to 1 by square root of LC. 1 by square root of LC. And what is the response? IT. Again, the current through inductor with respect to time, that is IS plus A1 e power S1t, A2 e power S2t. This is overdamped where alpha is greater than omega naught. Next, IS e power minus alpha t, A1 plus A2t. This is critical damped where alpha is equal to omega naught. This is IS plus e power minus alpha t, A1 cos omega dt plus A2 cos A2 sin omega dt. Okay, then this is underdamped where alpha is less than omega naught. Alpha is equal to 1 by 2 RC, omega naught is equal to 1 by square root of LC. Okay, and then same diagram. Okay, so here instead of voltage, we will have current. Okay, current IT. This is IS source current. This is with respect to time. Okay, unit step response of the parallel RLC circuit. Okay, parallel RLC circuit. Okay, so next we'll see the initial condition problems in the transient circuit. Initial condition problems. Okay. Initial condition. Yes sir, சொல்லுங்க.
நேற்று சம் கொடுத்துருந்தீங்களா சார்? அதில் பி டேஷ் இல்லாமல் அந்த இது
சொல்லுங்க சார்.
பி நாட் ஆஃப் 0 is equal to 5 கொடுத்துருந்தீங்க சார்.
ஆமா.
அதுக்கப்புறம் அந்த இன்னொரு இது கொடுத்தாரா சார், அந்த A1 A2 கண்டுபிடிக்க முடியும்?
அதான் சார் நீங்க ஒரு முறை டைரக்டா இனிஷியல் வேல்யூ வச்சு கண்டுபிடிங்க சார். இன்னொரு முறை ஒரு டிஃபரன்சியேஷன் பண்ணிக்கங்க. ஒரு டிஃபரன்சியேஷன் பண்ணிட்டு அதுல இருந்து கண்டுபிடிக்கலாம். ஒன் டைம் டிஃபரன்சியேஷன் பண்ணீங்கன்னா
அதான் சார் இந்த டிஃபரன்சியேஷன் வேல்யூ வேணும் இல்லை சார். விஜேஎஸ் ஆஃப் 0 வந்து வேல்யூ வந்தால் தான் சார்.
ஓகே சார். நான் அதான் சார் அதை பத்தி நான் அப்புறம் டிஸ்கஸ் பண்றேன். அந்த சம் பத்தி எப்படி போடுறதுன்னு உங்களுக்கு ஷேர் பண்றேன் ஆன்சரை. சப்போஸ் புரியலன்னா நம்ம டிஸ்கஸ் பண்ணுவோம். ஓகே. ஸோ நெக்ஸ்ட் இனிஷியல் கண்டிஷன் ப்ராப்ளம்ஸ். ஓகே. ஸோ இனிஷியல் கண்டிஷன் ப்ராப்ளம்னா என்னன்னு பார்த்தீங்கன்னா சர்க்கியூட் இருக்கும். சர்க்கியூட்ல மேபி மெனி இண்டக்டர் மெனி கெப்பாசிட்டர் இருக்கலாம். ஒன்ஸ் சுவிட்சை க்ளோஸ் பண்ண பிறகு ஜஸ்ட் ஆஃப்டர் க்ளோசிங் த சுவிட்ச், ஓகே, at t is equal to 0 plus, because you are closing the switch at t is equal to 0. Just after closing means t is equal to 0 plus. What is the response of the circuit? Okay, it may be anywhere on the circuit. Okay, not necessarily to be on inductor or capacitor. It may be anywhere on the circuit. Okay, the moment you close the switch, what is the response of the circuit? Response of the circuit means it may be the voltage or current in any branch of the circuit. Okay, so that kind of problem is called initial condition problem. The moment you close the switch, what is the voltage or current in any part of the circuit? But the circuit consists of inductor or capacitor or both. Okay, so that is the initial condition problems. Or sometime, okay, not only that, see, they may ask what is the voltage in any of the element, or what is the current in any of the branch. They may ask like this. Or otherwise, what is the voltage variation with respect to time? Okay, so what is the voltage variation with respect to time? dv by dt. Okay, what is the voltage variation with respect to time? dv by dt. That is the voltage variation with respect to time. Okay, or otherwise they may ask what is the current variation with respect to time? Okay, anyway, the first case is very simple. Okay, voltage or current at t is equal to 0. But if you see the second case, see, my voltage may, again, it may go like this. Okay, what is happening with respect to time? My voltage is decreasing. Okay, with respect to time, my voltage is decreasing. That means what? Once if I calculate dv by dt for this one, then I will get negative value. Okay, I will get negative value. Or sometime what will happen? Suppose my current may be increasing like this. Then once if I calculate di by dt, then what I will get? I will get some positive quantity. Okay, I will get some positive quantity. But I need dv by dt exactly at this place. At this place, what is happening? Exactly. See, every moment you can calculate what is dv by dt. Because once if you find out dv by dt, you can put any value you want. It may be 0 or some value, some other value, some other time. But I need exactly what is the slope here. Exactly at the beginning, what is the slope? Similarly here also, exactly at the beginning, what is the slope? Okay, so that is the concept of di by dt at t is equal to 0 plus. So we are having one simple idea. Say for example, see, when this situation is given, somebody please answer it. Okay, dv by dt 0 plus they are asking. Suppose suppose I take this as a capacitor. Okay, so for a capacitor, suppose I am measuring vc 0 plus as 0 volt. Okay, then I am measuring vc infinite as 5 volt. Then what would be this value, either positive or negative? I don't need the exact value. I need only sign. Either my dv by dt will be positive or negative, or otherwise the situation is like this. So suppose vc 0 plus is say some 20 volt, whereas vc infinite is some 5 volt. Then what would be the dv by dt 0 plus? Is it positive or negative in the first case? Anybody? Yes sir, any answer? My initial voltage is 0, my final voltage is 5 volt. Then what will be the dv by dt slope? Slope is positive or negative? No idea. Yes, anybody? Question புரியுதா இல்லைங்களா? See, இது போலனா என்ன situation? In the situation 0 ல இருந்து some 5 volt போகுது. Then what would be the dv by dt? Positive. In the situation and what will be dv by dt? Negative. Okay, so எத்தனை முறை சொன்னாலும் உங்களுக்கு புரிய மாட்டுது. Okay, please watch the videos how the differentiation of sign becomes cos, differentiation of cos becomes sin. Once if you understand that, you can understand this very easily what is happening here. Okay, please go and watch how the differentiation of sine becomes cos. Differentiation of cos becomes sine. Okay, so புரியுதா சார் என்ன சொல்றேன்னு? Anybody? அதாவது டிவி பை டிடி பாசிட்டிவ் வருமா நெகட்டிவ் வருமான்னு பார்த்த உடனே சொல்லிடலாம். ஓகே, நீங்க ப்ராப்ளம் சால்வ் பண்றதுக்கு முன்னாடியே சொல்லிடலாம் வாட் வில் பி த ஆன்சர். ஏன் இது இம்பார்ட்டன்ட் அப்படின்னா உங்களுக்கு 4 ஆப்ஷன்ஸ் இருக்க போகுது. ஓகே, ஸோ கண்டிப்பா 2 ஆப்ஷன் பாசிட்டிவ்ல இருக்கும், 2 ஆப்ஷன் நெகட்டிவ்ல இருக்கும். ஸோ ஈஸியா நீங்க என்ன பண்ணலாம், ஃபில்டர் பண்ணிட்டு போயினே இருக்கலாம். சப்போஸ் இஃப் யூ ஆர் நாட் ஏபிள் டு சால்வ் த ப்ராப்ளம், யூ கேன் பிக் அப் தட் 2 சாய்ஸஸ். அதுல ஏதாச்சும் சூஸ் பண்ண தென் there is the chance that that will be right. Okay, the probability is high. ஓகே, அதனால தான் சொல்றேன். ஸோ have this idea. Final idea whether finally the differentiation will be positive or negative. Okay, so then what is the state of the element during the initial condition? Okay, so now because at t is equal to 0 plus, the circuit will be in transient. Okay, the transient problem at t is equal to 0 plus, because exactly at t is equal to 0, either you may be opening the switch or you may be closing the switch. That means just after t is equal to 0, the circuit will be in transient. Okay, so what are all the element that is possible in the circuit? You may have a resistance. Okay, so the element possibilities are element resistance. Again, what is the equivalent circuit at t is equal to 0 plus? Okay, if you have a resistance, how will you represent the resistance at t is equal to 0 plus? Okay, because resistance is always a resistance only. Okay, then you will simply represent as a resistance. Suppose if you are having a pure inductor, okay, pure inductor without any initial energy, or without any initial current in it. Okay, then the moment you close the switch, then it will act as a, okay, it will act as a open circuit. Okay, so the inductor will act as a open circuit at a t is equal to 0 plus. Suppose if you have a capacitor without any initial energy, the moment you close the switch, it will act as a short circuit. At the steady state, it will act as a different manner, but we are analyzing what is happening at t is equal to 0 plus, exactly at the transient. Okay, then what are all the other two cases? Suppose I am having a inductor, but initially some current is flowing in the inductor. Okay, the current is having some initial current when I am making the switching operation. Okay, during the process of switching operation, the switching operation may be either open or close, but it is having some initial current. That initial current is I naught. Then how to represent this one at t is equal to 0 plus? But at the time of switching, definitely the inductor will act as a open circuit. That's okay, but we are having one more concept. Okay, the current across the inductor cannot change suddenly. The current across the inductor cannot change suddenly. That means what? Somehow we have to represent this, that current in the same direction. That's why I'll represent this current like some current source in parallel. Then I'll represent like this. That means what? We are satisfying both the condition. At the time of switching, the inductor will act as a open circuit. Yes, open circuit is there. Okay, at the time of switching, okay, the current, again we are having another concept. Okay, the concept is current across the inductor cannot change suddenly. Okay, so that's why we are providing one bypass path. Okay, so this is the representation of inductor with the initial current. Okay, similarly, how to represent the capacitor with the initial voltage? Okay, so the capacitor is having some initial voltage like this. Okay, this is the capacitor value. Then how to represent this? Okay, so capacitor at the time of switching, it will act as a short circuit. Okay, so capacitor will act as a short circuit, but it is having some initial voltage. It is having some initial voltage. So I will represent that initial voltage V naught as a voltage source. Then the capacitor will act as a short circuit. So I'll represent the short circuit like this. Okay, so this is the representation of the capacitor with initial voltage. Or again, you may have a doubt sometime whether to put this voltage source here or here. No problem, you can put anywhere. Okay, you put short here, you put the voltage source here, no problem. But the sign convention is important. Okay, if this side plus means here also this is plus, you should not interchange the plus minus. Okay, so that is the important things. Okay, so this is again short circuit, this is short circuit, but this is open circuit. So once if you know this concept, already you know these things. Okay, the inductor will act as a open circuit at t is equal to 0 plus, capacitor will act as a short circuit. But now the question is, if the inductor is having initial current, then how to represent that? Okay, so this is the representation. If the inductor is having some initial voltage, then how to represent? Okay, so this is the representation. These two things are now new to you. So okay, so in all our discussion we'll use this. Okay, so first we'll take one problem. Find, okay, so find I0 plus di by dt 0 plus d square I by dt square 0 plus. Okay, now I'll draw the circuit. The circuit is simple RL circuit. The switch is closed at t is equal to 0. R value is 10 ohm. This is 1 millihenry. 100 volt voltage source is applied. Okay, now my question is, okay, we'll find out what is I0 plus. That's okay. That is a different scenario. Now, what is di by dt 0 plus, sir? Either it will be positive or negative finally. Okay, this is the current through inductor. Okay, you have to tell the answer, then only I will proceed. My question is, what is di by dt value at t is equal to 0 plus? Is it positive or negative? Okay, for that, what you should know what is I0, what is I infinite. Okay, if I infinite is greater than I0, this is positive. If I infinite is less than I0, then di by dt is negative. Yes, sir, solunga. di by dt positive or negative or anybody? Are you all on the line? Yes. First, idea solunga. What is I0? I0. I0 current, initial current I am asking.
Zero, sir.
Zero.
Yes.
Initial current is 0. They have not given any initial current. Okay, initial current, if they are not giving, means what is I0 minus? Okay, before closing the switch is 0. Then after closing the switch also 0. That means I0 is 0. Then what is I infinite?
10 amps, sir.
10 amps. Then what will be the value di by dt, either positive or negative?
Negative, sir.
எப்படி நெகட்டிவ் சொல்றீங்க?
Positive.
ஜீரோல இருந்து இப்படி போகுது சார், ஜீரோல இருந்து இப்படி போகுது.
Yes, yes, positive.
Positive. Second value is greater than the first value. So di by dt
Yes,
will be positive. Okay, so we'll get some value, but that value is positive. Okay, so we'll proceed one by one. Okay, so what is the current through inductor? Current across the inductor at 0 minus, because before closing the switch there is no current in the inductor, that is 0. That means after closing the switch also that is 0 only, because current across the inductor cannot change suddenly. That means what? I of 0 is equal to 0. I of 0 is equal to 0. Okay, then what I need di by dt. Okay, so I need di by dt. So for that, what I have to do, I can apply simple KVL here, because once if I apply the KVL here, I will get the term di by dt, because voltage across the inductor is equal to L di by dt. Okay, so I will get the term. So that's why I'll apply the KVL. Okay, so first you should know what you need, then you have to apply correspondingly. Okay, so I will apply the KVL in this loop. Then minus 100, 10 into I plus L di by dt. Okay, so minus 100 I10 L means 1 millihenry, L di by dt. Again di by dt is equal to 0, but we do not know what is the current form in general, but we know one thing, what is the current at t is equal to 0 plus, because we need this term at t is equal to 0 plus. Okay, at t is equal to 0 plus, what is the current? That current is 0. Okay, so this term will become 0, because current at t is equal to 0 plus, okay, is 0. Again we'll get only this term di by dt is equal to 0. But now we are interested in what is the state at t is equal to 0 plus. Okay, so already we have substituted t is equal to 0 plus. That means I will get di by dt also at t is equal to 0 plus. Okay, so then what is di by dt? Di by dt is equal to minus 100 will become plus 100 divided by 1 milli, that is 10 power 5 ampere per second. Okay, so finally di by dt at t is equal to 0 plus is 10 power 5 ampere per second. Okay, is it positive or negative? So definitely it is positive. Definitely it is positive. Okay, so this is the answer. So next we need what we need. We need the d square I by dt square. Okay, so second order derivative we need. Okay, so it's very simple. Already you are having one equation. Once if you differentiate this equation, you will get the second order. But you take this equation before applying t is equal to 0 plus. Okay, because this is the general equation. Okay, so in this general equation, you are applying t is equal to 0 plus, but before applying t is equal to 0 plus, this is the general equation. You take that general equation and you differentiate one time. Okay, once if you differentiate this one, first I'll write this equation, general equation, later we'll differentiate. Okay, so this is the general equation. This is the general equation. Now you differentiate this one time. Once if you differentiate this is 0. Again, di by dt 10 1m d square I by dt square is equal to 0. Now you apply t is equal to 0 plus. Okay, t is equal to 0 plus. Then once if you apply at t is equal to 0 plus, what is di by dt? Already we have calculated what is di by dt at t is equal to 0 plus. That is 10 power 5. Already one 10 is there. That means what? This is 10 power 6 1m d square I by dt square is equal to 0. Okay, so again you can finally d square I by dt square is equal to minus 10 power 6 divided by 1m, that is 10 power 9 ampere per second square. Okay, so first order derivative, you just concluded that this is positive, but the second order derivative is negative, but it is little bit difficult to imagine actually what it will come, either it is positive or negative. But I will give you one exercise today, you try to do it. Okay, so again ultimately we have calculated everything. Okay, that's okay. Now the exercise is, suppose I am going from low value to high value, I can go like this. Okay, I can also go like this. Anyway, from low to high I am going. Okay, suppose my current, okay, inductor current varies from 0 ampere to, inductor currents varies from 0 ampere to what is the final ampere, that is 10 ampere. I can go like this. Okay, I can also go like this. Okay, so in anyway both the cases the slope is positive because you are going from low to high. Okay, here also you are going from low to high, but in both the cases the slope is positive. But again little bit different is there. Okay, then again you see the slope here. What is the slope here? Okay, you calculate what is the slope here, you calculate what is the slope here. Okay, so again similarly you calculate what is the slope here, you calculate what is the slope here. Then what is the change in the slope? Okay, for slope itself you will get some value. What could be the values are here? The slope is positive, definitely positive. What we got? 10 power 5, is it not?
Yes, sir.
10 power 5. Okay, here what is the slope? Can anybody tell finally? It is like a flat. Flat means slope is 0. It is like horizontal line. Okay, for horizontal line slope is 0. Okay, now the slope is 0. So initial slope is high, final slope is low. That's why this is negative. Initial slope is high, final slope is 0. That's why this is negative. Whereas here, okay, so if you calculate the initial slope, okay, you'll get some initial slope. That's okay. Okay, some positive slope. But here the slope is infinite. You know, for a vertical line, this is like a vertical line. For a vertical line, the slope is infinite. Okay, so here the slope is having some value. Okay, some value, but this slope value will be more than this one. Okay, so the final slope is greater than the initial slope. Then If this is the case, you will get the positive answer. But whereas, you know, from your experience, how our voltage or current is increasing, is it similar to first case or second case? Okay,
First case only, sir.
first case only. So that means this is the correct answer. Okay, first case. Okay, like this only our voltage will increase. That means the second order derivative will be negative. It will not be positive. Okay, so you need that kind of understanding. Okay, so either what will be the final value, either it will be positive or negative. It may be a second order, third order derivative, no problem. Okay, so mostly up to second order you will get in the exam. Okay, so once if this session is over, you can start with the same link. Okay. Okay, so we'll also try to do this in different manner. We'll try to calculate the current across the inductor, current wave